Hi, hello, it's Anne. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new bullet journal setup video. Hi, hello, it's been a hot minute. um, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the absence in a little bit, but as for now, I just want to introduce to you my brand new bullet journal. Yes, this is in fact my bullet journal for the year of 2021, and I am so excited to have this year finally over with. Like, I can't even begin to tell you. I am going with another Archer and Olive journal this year because I'm so happy with how my last one just took all the paint and stuff that I threw on it. So I decided to just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm staying with the Archer and Olive, and I'm doing one change though, and that is the size of the journal, because last year I did a A5 size, and since I've been bullet journaling, I've been doing it in an A5 sized notebook. However, this year I'm doing it in a B5 size notebook, so it's slightly bigger, it's slightly larger, and I'm like the size change is like oh my goodness, it's mind-blowing. I can't believe what a difference it has made. It feels like it's not a huge change. At first when I got the notebook, I thought that, oh my lord, this is huge. But as I've kind of been working with it, it doesn't seem that much bigger than an A5 size journal, and the amount of space that I have like extra on each page feels way larger than what the notebook feels in your hands. Does that make any sense? I don't know, but yeah, that's how I feel. So if you feel like you're maybe like being a little bit constricted by the size of the notebook, maybe size up, give it a go. I'm very excited that I did, because it's been a game changer, you guys. Up until now, I've just been working on quote pages, so I'm not gonna comment on that, because right now I am working on something that I've never done in a journal before, but I've seen so many people do. And at first I was so confused, like, how does that even work with the grid spacing guide? Like, that's like, it's taken me years to wrap my head around this, because I've not given it a chance, because like all I see is just a clutter of little lines, and it doesn't make sense to me when I see other people doing it. And then I don't know, but I just like, what if I do little boxes instead? So instead of just drawing a line, I do a little box. That way it's gonna be like more visual, because I'm a very visual person, and I feel like that made a world of difference. Is just letting me see how large the space actually is. I don't know, mini. I'm not sure why I can't make that judgment just by looking at the line, but this way I feel like I can kind of assess how much space I'm gonna have like to write on, and how much space I'll need, and so on and so forth. And yeah, here we are. I'm very excited with it. Setting it up was an absolute pain in my behind, but now that it's done, I'm so excited about it. This is one of my favorite spreads in this journal. Oh wow, look, another quote page. I'm being like very generous with the quote pages this year. If you compare it to other setups, I've never really done quote pages in this kind of manner before, because I felt like I just needed to cram so much productivity into my bullet journal as humanly possible. And this year I'm just kind of taking a step back and letting the mindfulness and my mental well-being also being kind of reflected into my bullet journal. And it's not just all about the productivity. Every once in a while you'll get a page where you can just breathe and kind of relax and just take in the quote or the illustration or whatever it is, and just does that make any sense? I don't know, maybe I'm rambling as per usual. But yeah, on the right hand page right here, you can see that I am working on a lunar calendar. And this is, oh my god, so many things went wrong when I did this. Starting off, I decided I feel like a flippin' genius for thinking about this, but instead of drawing all of these teeny tiny circles and trying to get them uniform and I decided to just stamp them on. And I'm like, I don't have a teeny tiny round stamp, so what am I gonna use? How am I gonna do this? And I realized that the little eraser at the end of like a mechanical pencil is the perfect size to do this. So I used the eraser as a stamp, and then I just stamped in all of the black circles on each day, and it's been a lot of stamping and it's been a lot of back and forth. And then basically what I did was I just took my gold jelly roll sparkly gel pen, and I went in and I just drew in the face of the moon. And I also made sure to mark where the new moon is and where the full moon is, because that's really like the main part of this calendar. It's just those 2 dates, but yeah, I feel like it looks really nice, so I decided to just do it a little bit extra and and go all the way, even though I ended up just drawing in the wrong dates, and it was a whole thing. Yeah, I don't know, it was this whole ordeal, and I'm very happy with the results, but it was a pain in my butt to get there. So moving on to my future log, I decided to go super duper simple. It's literally just teeny tiny calendars, like the miniature calendars, and then I have some space to write down, birthdays or events or holidays or whatever I feel like I need to write down, and anything that's farther in the future, because I only have my bullet journal as my planner. So if like one of my friends come and they're like, hey, let's do this on this day, and maybe it's a couple of months ahead, I'm not gonna have anywhere to write that down, because I usually just set up my bullet journal 1 month at a time. So whatever events and whatever is like farther ahead, I'm gonna write down in my future log, so I can kind of reference that when I'm setting up my monthly log for that month later. Look, another quote page. Who would have known? Okay, so on the right hand page right here, I am doing my 21 in 2021 kind of resolutions page. I figured that it's not gonna be like, well, it's basically goals, but it's gonna be like smaller, kind of like a bucket list-ish, like 21, like smaller, like tick offable, like you can just like check them off once you've accomplished them type deals. So for example, I have some classes that I want to take, so I can write those in. I want to open up my online shop, so that's one of my 21 in 2021. Oh my goodness, that's a tongue twister. So yeah, basically this is just like 21 smaller goals that I want to achieve this year. And once we're talking about goals and goal setting, I decided to go with the kind of level 10 life goals thing that was like huge a few years back. I gotta tell you, I've been reading some articles and trying to figure out exactly how this is supposed to be done, and I feel like I've kind of probably altered it a little bit just to fit my needs. For example, I've altered the columns, what's it called, the themes, the different sections that you're gonna rate from 1 to 10. I've created my own kind of categories. That's the word, categories. And then I just made one square. Oh, my hand was cramping so bad after doing this. I created one square for each month where I write down 1 through 10 for each of the categories. So that's 10 categories, 1 through 10. That is 100 numbers per month. That's a lot of numbers, you guys. And my plan is to, on the very first page here, I'm gonna write down my big picture goal, kind of what I'm striving for, what I am kind of, you know, aiming for this year. And then underneath each of the separate categories that I have written down, I'm gonna write down more like concrete, more like specific goals that are tied to that specific category. And then on the little Dutch door side right there, I have a space to write down process steps and smaller goals and habits that I want to kind of adapt throughout the year. And then taking this level 10 goals life thingy into consideration, once a month I'm gonna be rating kind of where I feel like I am on a scale from 1 through 10 on each of these categories. So that's where all of those all of those numbers come in to play, and I'm just gonna take like a highlighter or whatever and just mark in what kind of what scale I'm on for that month. So yeah, depending on kind of what my results will be for that month, maybe I want to focus a little bit extra on something that maybe was a little bit lower than the others or whatever, and this way I can kind of track throughout the year what I need to focus more on and kind of how I'm feeling throughout the year and the months. Yeah. If you want a better explanation for that, let me know and I'll think of something. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. I hope it makes sense. The very last page that I'm going to be setting up today is my cleaning schedule, calendar, thingamajiggy, and basically I have my weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annual tasks that have to do with like housekeeping and cleaning and just keeping my apartment and car and just environment that I'm in clean and tidy, and making sure I don't forget to do stuff like, you know, like changing out the filters in my air cleaner or thingy. Yeah. Very, very simple. It's basically just a checklist that I can reference for, you know, whenever I need to do these things. And then I also have for the quarterly and the monthly thingies, I have a little section where I can just tick off what month I do things in, so I can kind of keep track on that. Yeah, so that's all I have for you guys today. I do have more spreads in my like basic setup, but this video is gonna go on for forever if I set everything up in one video. So if you want part 2, let me know in the comments down below and I'll post that as well. Otherwise I'll just, you know, do it on my free time. And yeah, if there's anything that you would like to see on my channel, please let me know in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day or night or evening or whatever it is as you are watching this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year and happy planning. Bye.